Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to today's Pick a Card reading. We are going to be taking a look at what is next for you in terms of love and romance. So I've got 3 different heart cards with little crystal heart pairing to go with it for you to choose your reading from. And while we're doing the reading selection, I will be playing a sound for each pile for those of you that like to choose your reading clairaudiently. All right, if you need more time, you can pause the video or go down to the description box and hit the reading selection timestamp. We are going to start with reading number 1, but all 3 readings will be timestamped in the description box as well. If you're interested in learning how to read tarot, I do have a free tarot course. You can find the playlist to that in the description box, as well as some links to all the decks that I'm using in this video, and a link to all the decks that I love and use in my personal practice. So go ahead and find your timestamp, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into what's next for you in terms of love and romance. So you felt drawn to this card, and its message is soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. I feel this intense attraction. I do feel like this is somebody that is bound to you. This is somebody that is attracted to you. They are loyal to you. This is an energetic and a physical attraction. So not only are you feeling supported emotionally and energetically, but you will also be very attracted to them physically. I swear, if the devil comes out, you'll know things will be good physically. So let's go ahead and explore this. Okay. Yeah, your soulmate is right around the corner. I definitely feel like this is somebody that is kind of outside of your normal type. This definitely feels like a different kind of energy, maybe even a different person, like altogether. Like if you've only dated, like feminine presenting people your whole life, this may be a masculine presenting person. And so I feel like there's a significant change here. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. It feels like such a significant change, and it feels like such a positive one, like it's bringing you the happiness that you really deserve. And it may be a little bit surprising to you. I do feel like this is somebody that you can be extra silly with, somebody that really makes your inner child feel seen, feel heard, feel loved. There's a lot for you guys to explore together, and I feel like there's almost like this riskiness to the relationship with the Fool here that makes me feel like there's excitement, there's desire, there's intrigue. So I don't think that you guys will get bored of each other very easily. It does seem like, there's a lot for you guys to enjoy together, and you may have a lot of things in common when it comes to the activities that you like to do. What kind of things that you really like to explore. I just said the same thing twice in two different ways. That's ridiculous. But I definitely feel like there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of connection and some vulnerability here with the star. I definitely feel like, and again, with the Six of Cups here on the bottom of the deck, there's some healing here. There's some openness that maybe you haven't really experienced with other people due to not feeling safe. But this person makes you feel safe, and not in like this really serious, like we have to constantly delve into our emotions and talk about the deep things, but almost in like a really lighthearted way. I feel like very giddy about this, very excited. I'm sure you can hear me like tripping over my own vocal cords. But I feel like this is such a good connection for you and something that is really beautiful and uplifting. Right around the corner is what I keep hearing. Yeah. The universe has a plan. It really is. I'm going to pause the camera real quick so I can clear my throat because this is getting ridiculous. Okay. That's much better. Anyways, so I do feel like it's really as simple as you just making a shift energetically to open yourself up to this person. With judgment coming out, I do feel like there's somewhat of a divine plan here, and the universe is just saying, believe. Believe in this person. Believe that they are coming to you. Believe that you are worthy of a connection this solid, this rewarding, and it will come to you. I love that you have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck because she is a master manifester. She is somebody that knows what she wants. She's creative enough to think about how to get it, and she gets results. She knows how to get the results that she needs. With the Ten of Wands, I do feel like there's a little bit of a struggle energy here, that you may be kind of overdoing it or maybe clouding um, your energy in a way that's blocking them from coming in. But I feel like that's a simple adjustment that you can make by following the rules of, or the energy of, the Seven of Swords, which talks about creating a new path. So it really does feel like there's so much that suggests there's just a little tweak, a little adjustment in your energy or perspective or your surroundings that will aid you in finding this person and allowing them in. But I definitely feel like it's centered around your happiness and centered around you feeling accomplished, you feeling supported. So if you're surrounding yourself with people that make you feel alone. They make you feel unsupported. They don't really have the same desires as you. There's not a lot in common. You love the people that you love, but that they don't really have the same drive as you in life or the same goals. It may be time to revamp your friend list. It may be time to kind of change things up, change the scenery, whether that's like a big move or just, going for a hike one day. You may bump into them there. But I feel like there's something so simple about this shift. And I say simple with the idea that, it is simple on paper. It may not be that simple to actually do, depending on what it is that ends up, being the shift for you. But I feel like the universe is supporting you in this, that, you have the power here. You have the dominant force of, I speak it into existence here. And I definitely feel like it's just a matter of you recognizing what's going to make me happy, what's no longer making me happy, what's weighing me down, and preventing me from living my truest, authentic life. And how can I attract the people that want to support me, the people that want to uplift me, and really see me succeed in relationships, in work, in life in general. So yeah, I feel like there's somebody that's coming around the corner. It's going to be a beautiful connection. It just depends at least how quickly. It depends on how willing you are to open yourself up to this connection. how willing you are to make adjustments in your happiness, in your emotional life that will free up time and energy for this connection to come in. Because if you're bombarded right now and overloaded with responsibility, people pleasing, with too many tasks, like you don't have enough energy, the universe isn't going to send you somebody on top of all of that. So just do your best to clean things up, kind of sift and sort and kind of recognize, what needs to change, what doesn't, what's okay with where it's at, and what do I simply just want to improve upon. And I think as you do that, you will start to physically manifest this person in because, they already exist. You are already in alignment with them. It's just a matter of welcoming them into your life. My camera stopped recording for a second, but if you found this reading to be exciting, uplifting, and supportive, then please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm gods to send my videos out to the world of the YouTube. And also, if you subscribe to my channel, that is a lovely thing that you could do to support me and the work that I do. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, my email is in the description box. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. Thus be. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into what's coming to you next in love and romance. So you felt drawn to this card, and its message is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Okay? I love this. I love this really supportive energy that comes from this card. I feel like there's definitely some things that you guys have been navigating that is difficult. It's difficult terrain. It's rocky terrain, and it feels like things are going to be improving, especially as you show one another that you are there for the long haul. You are there to really commit and be with one another. And you felt drawn to the red heart in, the card and in the crystal, which is, a symbol of love. It's a symbol of passion. It's a symbol of desire and devotion. So I really, truly feel like you have what it takes. You and your partner have what it takes to reconcile things, to get into a better standing with one another. So let's clarify this with some tarot. Yeah. Okay. This may be an ex coming back into your life, if that's something that you're interested in. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a lot of negative or toxic patterns that you guys are chained to currently that need to be sorted out. So it does seem, if this is an ex, that could speak of the past, how you guys were in each other's lives. And that's going to be shifting. And I'm going to speak in terms of you already being in a relationship, because I feel like that's the majority of people that are getting this reading. That's who this is for. So I feel like this is, about you guys recognizing what's no longer working. What are we chained to? What belief systems are weighing us down and keeping us in this repetitive cycle of self-harm? And how can we really reflect and release this chaotic resistance to find our emotional happiness, to find that sense of peace within our relationship and within ourselves. There is a lot of singular energy here with the Hermit. Of course, this is a co-creative experience, but I feel like with the Hermit, there's only so much that you can do together. It really boils down to how you're going to show up in the relationship. How are you going to approach things? And I do see it being an emotional path. I do see you guys needing to really embrace each other's intuition, really embrace each other's emotions, and give each other the time and space and the respect to have an emotionally mature relationship, to be, secure in sharing each other's emotions. There is a lot of emotional energy, and I feel like as long as you both are willing to create space for that and lean into the passion and desire that you two share for one another, then these toxic habits, these resistant moments where you feel like you're fighting against each other, will turn into more of a fluid situation where you kind of break through the barrier and say, it's never been us that we're fighting against. It's always been something limiting within ourselves, or it's a third problem. It's something outside of our relationship that we can fix. We can come together as a team to address and heal. Yeah. Okay. So somebody or both of you may be feeling like a victim. There is this feeling of, being hurt, being at a loss of, what you can do and how you can do it. It looks like you guys are going to have to create new routines, new structure, surrounding how you guys approach conflict and how you guys approach communication in general. I do love that now we have the lovers on the bottom of the deck and under that is justice. So it's going to take some work, but it will be so incredibly rewarding for you guys to decide what you want, be willing to wait for it, be willing to put in the effort and let the results come to you like in a consistent way, through time, and just a matter of making the little changes that you need to go through this transformation, because I do feel like it's an important one and it will only bring you guys closer together. It will bring you guys clarity, it will bring you guys devotion, more love and understanding, and a sense of commitment that maybe wasn't there initially, or that maybe you guys had a hard time tapping into in a consistent way. I definitely feel like this is an upgrade for your relationship, and there's just so much support that's going to come to you as a result of you guys putting in the work, as a result of you guys putting down, the wand here and not fighting against each other, no longer being immediately defensive when one another has something that they need to bring to the surface, no longer feeling like a victim, and saying, how can we approach this as a team? How can we continue to build and support one another in a really productive way? If you guys are going through a really hard time right now, just know that that's going to end. It does look like it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of reflection, individually, and a lot of emotional communication, but it will be worth it. And this is not some kind of change that's going to last, for a very short amount of time. This kind of work and this kind of teamwork is something that really changes the trajectory of your relationship for the good and for the long term. This is something that will change things overall. So yeah, I really love this energy, and I really do love that we have the devil and the lovers, and that the reading is ending with the lovers on the bottom of the deck, because it's like you've been choosing one way of existing, and now you're choosing this more peaceful and passionate and loving type of way. So if you found this reading helpful, insightful, and uplifting, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. It really supports me and my business and helps the algorithm gods to push this video and my content out into the YouTube void. So yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me ramble on. I wish you all the luck with you and your beautiful partner. You've got this. Blessed be. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and dive into what's next for you in love and romance. So you felt drawn to this card here, and its message is: you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay, so you're going through a pretty tough time, it seems. Maybe some confusion, maybe a difficult relationship, maybe you're just tired of being single. It does look like there's been a hard time, and as a result, the universe wants you to know that there are lessons here, and if you give yourself permission to learn them and take what you can from this difficulty, that, you will find something better from this. You will find relief. And on top of that relief, you will also find reward. You will find reward. And that's not to say that you have to go through a difficult time in order to receive good things. That's definitely not the case. But I feel like the universe just wants to remind you of the power that comes, or the feeling of like being powerful that comes with recognizing lessons or taking something to gain out of a difficult situation. Also, right before I started your reading, the song, I don't know the name of it, but it's like the one that goes, sugar, na 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 na, oh honey, honey. That one is stuck in my head. So I feel like there's this really sweet surprise, this sweet relationship that's coming to you, and I hopefully didn't deafen your ears with my little moment there. But let's get some clarity. I feel like that one needs to be upright. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does look like you're living through a pretty tough time. The Four of Swords is here on the bottom of the deck, so it feels like this confirmation almost that it's okay, that things are not always going to be this difficult. There is definitely a perception shift that needs to happen in order for you to allow this good thing to come and allow this relationship to come through. Because I feel like with what you're currently perceiving things as, it may be from a very, on the extreme end, a traumatized perspective, and on the lesser end, just a negative perspective, just like a woe is me, like nothing ever works out. I can't trust anybody. I don't like this about this people or these people. I don't like this. I never get what I want. Like there's some negativity that feels really heavy. And of course, you didn't just develop that out of nowhere. That is happening for a reason. But I feel like there's a change that needs to happen in order for you to get what you want. And right now, it's just about healing that mindset. So for some of you, it's going to look like trauma processing. For some of you, it's just going to look like practicing daily affirmations. But I feel like there is a significant change. And as you make that change, there's this positivity that comes in. There's this sweetness that comes in with your perspective. And as that builds and as you gain traction within that realm and that perspective, then the universe can really send this person to you. Then you can really start to see amends. If you're already in a relationship and you're just not feeling connected anymore, then you'll really start to see that reconciliation. And I do see this happening as a result of you making that perspective shift, but I also see it as a result of you standing in your personal power, you being the influencer for your life, for the energy, for the physical things to come into your life. You may be meeting this person at work. There is quite a few pentacle cards here that make me feel like it may be more than just about you getting in touch with your body. It kind of seems like either you're going to start a new job or something here with the Three of Pentacles, like a new apprenticeship, a new internship, maybe just a new physical space is what it feels like. And you may be meeting that person through this sphere, but I feel like there's so much changing right now that may not seem very obvious to you. It may not be on your radar that there is a job shift coming, or it just seems like, well, how am I ever going to meet this person? I don't even feel aligned with who I am. I don't feel aligned with anything because everything is being ripped out from underneath me. It seems like there is some chaos in your life. There's a lot of turmoil, and it's going to be important again for you to make that perspective shift, because this person is coming and you are worthy of this connection. You are worthy of this devotion, and you are worthy of being somebody that somebody pays attention to, somebody wants to grow with. It looks like there's like a solidity. That's not a word, I don't think. There's a solidness to this connection. There's a connection that feels good and rewarding. And as you give yourself permission to experience that, then you'll really be able to see the universe sending you the people, places, and things that are going to conspire to bring this connection to you. But I do feel like it will most likely happen through a physical space change, some kind of physical change. It's most likely a job change, but it could be that, you move houses, you meet somebody in the new neighborhood, you could be going to a new gym, working on your health. But I feel like there's something that will change physically in order for you to bring this relationship into your awareness. You don't have to believe it right now, but just know that it is coming. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like you don't quite believe it, that you have a lot of either you don't believe it, or you don't believe how this could happen, or you have a lot of resistance to letting anybody in right now. And that's totally fine. You don't need to right now. I don't think that it's fully available to you anyways. It does seem like you're still kind of going through this moment where you're learning to choose yourself, you're learning to choose love, you're learning to choose your own personal power. And this will come later. This will come as a result of you navigating this change. You're navigating this chaotic moment. So yeah, don't worry about figuring it all out. Don't worry about letting them in and everything that you need to do. Just focus on you and your own energy, and that's where you'll start to see this person come in. That's where you'll start to see your wishes being granted, and that really, what is the wording? That blessing will soon be revealed. I love that. Like, this is a blessing to you. It's this peaceful moment here with the dove. It's this really rewarding experience, and this connection is very healing. It is very healing, and it's one that is meaningful. So I love that for you. So if you found this reading helpful and insightful and uplifting, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps support me, my work, and lets the algorithm gods know, where to send this video. If you want to book a private reading with me, my email is down in the description box, or you can reach me over on my TikTok. But I love you all so much, and I thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you at the next reading.